Parkinson law says that a task is going to fill the time that you allot to it. So if you have a task and that you give it a week to accomplish, guess what? It is going to take you a week to do. If you give it a day to accomplish, it's going to take a day to accomplish, right? If you give it an hour, it's going to take an hour. And I think so many times we get caught up in this rut of thinking that this is how it has to be, this is how it has to function. And I'm really sitting down. Nate and I are thinking about this a lot. I'm thinking about this with other guys with the team. Like, realistically, we had this conversation the other day, if you had to put out and do twice the output in half of the time, what would that look like? Right? Like if we had to create daily content and do it literally in half of the time, what would we do? Right? And I think that if you force yourself to get out of those mental barriers, you're gonna find a way. I heard a story, or was reminded of a story, Apollo 13, or it was Apollo 11. Yeah, the movie Apollo 11, where they're up and they had the air filters went out. I guess it was a filter, but anyway, converted around it into oxygen. And they had spent tens of millions of dollars, and ultimately they come out with all this box of spare parts, poured them on the floor, and says, we have 10 hours to figure out how to make this work. And they did it. I mean, they took those spare parts and they created an air filter like that because they forced themselves to think outside of the box. They forced themselves, we have 10 hours or these people are going to die. And they figured it out. So that's what I'm thinking through. I'm thinking through if suddenly 90% of our income went away and we had to produce the same level with only 10%, like, could we do it? I think we could. But we have to just put ourselves out of the box. And that's what I want to challenge you with. Like, where are you wasting time? Like, where are you giving a task 6 hours when it needs 20 minutes? Because if you can do that, it'll change everything. It'll change your business, it'll change your family, it'll change life itself.